let's talk about these wire joints here. As you can see in front of you, I have these bundles, wire joints, 4 bundles, basically one unbound here. These are going to be the central or the core parts of your action figure. This right here is thermostat wire. I got it for free. I know it says Honeywell on it, but it looks like this brown encased wire. Looks like there's a product number 3038058 ETL. There's a hashtag 035916 E275906. Anyway, I got it for free. You can get it from Home Depot or some kind of home improvement place. This is about as much thermostat wire you're going to need for your action figure. And I'll go through each piece here. This is a 12-inch piece. I measured it and cut from end to end. This is a 9-inch piece from end to end. And I have 4 6-inch pieces from end to end. So this is 6 inches right here. It's going to be under 4 feet, so you're going to be safe with 4 feet, cutting them down into these individual pieces. 4 here, a 9-inch here, and a 12-inch here. The 12-inch is going to be for the complete vertebrae from the butt to the head. A 9-inch piece, and the reason why I only have one is we have the 2 wires inside. I don't know if you see the red and the white wire. I'll explain that later. 9-inch is going to be for the shoes, the feet, or the ankles that go into the legs. These 4 6-inch pieces will be for all of the joints. Not the hands, but all of the joints, shoulders, the elbows to the arms, the hips to the legs, and then the knee sockets. And I got a loose piece of wire right here, and all you're going to want to do is just measure it out and take your wire nippers wherever it's measured out. I'm just doing this as a sample on camera, and clip it off. There's probably going to be a little cloth string inside that's going to pull out. Here's the string. I can pull this one out so you can see it. Here's another one with string. Don't worry about that. I'm going to put these bundles aside because these are going to be for action figures later. So all you want to do is take your wire nippers or your needle nose pliers. I'm going to use both actually so we can see both. Just take one side of the beak nose of your needle nose pliers and just push on one side or the end of here, and you'll see at the other end the wires come out. Again, you have a red and white wire. Just go ahead and pull that out, and booyah. See, here's the string. You can just cast this aside, and you can just cast this aside. That's all you need to do to get the wire out of the brown encasing here, like that. If you need to go to Home Depot and buy it from the electrical department, it might come in brown casing with 3 wires, okay? You might be met with a little bit of resistance trying to get these wires out because they're just so snug inside. What you'll want to do is take your needle nose pliers, not these, but your needle nose pliers, because the beak tip is just a lot safer. Take one side of the beak tip and you're going to concentrate on just one of the wires. Just pick any color. You have red, green, and white. Push on just one of them. Okay, I'm pushing on green, and it's going to peek out just a little bit. Go ahead and take the beak claws of your needle nose pliers and then crimp down and just pull that out like this, a little bit more, and then finally get it out like that. The other 2 will actually come out pretty easy once you've done that. Again, you're probably going to have a little bit of resistance when you have 3 wires coming into this encasing, so just be aware of that. Because we're going to start making wire joints, everybody. Of course, here's the 9-inch one. I'm going to go ahead and just pull this one out. Actually, let's use our wire nippers to show you this as well. Pushing this out from this end. So you got options. So this is the 9-inch wire, and of course the string that comes out. If you have a piece that looks like this, of course you can try to struggle with it and pull it out like that. Actually, that came out pretty easy. But again, if it doesn't, just go ahead and shove one end at this end, just like this, and it pushes it out, and you can just easily pull it out. So it looks like more wires because you get 2 for the price of 1. The concept is going to be the same across the board for all of these, except it might be a little bit of difference. Let's go ahead and start with this one here, the smaller one, 6 inches from end to end. Measure. You can see my fancy tape ruler. It's just masking tape, everybody, and I just okay, anyway, for the smaller ones, measure off 2 inches right here. I'm just pinching it right at my thumb, and I'm gonna make a bend mark so I know that that's 2 inches. All we're gonna do is just bend it right down to the side, so you have this shepherd looking staff kind of, or if you're indie fans, staff of raw. All you need to do is just flip it on over, and right at the 2-inch mark, try to be accurate and just bend it down to the side like this, so we get this funky monkey weird paperclip looking thing. So if it looks like that, we're in really good shape. Take the ends right here, bend it underneath of each other like this. It looks like a bow tie now a little. Just want to go ahead and twist it once, twice, 3 times a lady. Okay, remember Commodores, everybody? Okay, YouTube that. Anyway, we look like this, right? We're in good shape, everybody. Let's go ahead and take our wire joints right here and go ahead and crimp this or oval this out, I like to call it, just like this at the end here. Oops, focus everybody, focus. All right, sorry, I had to focus. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Put this in the nutcracker part of our needle nose pliers, and we're gonna crimp it and oval it out just like that. Check that out. So we've got these little eye loops all ovaled out. They're little eye loops. So take the little ends here, right here. We're going to take our little needle nose pliers, crimp it, and put a grip tip on it. I call it a grip tip. It's a little claw out of the wire. Grip tip this more down to a hook. So it looks like that. I call that a little grip tip. Almost like an eye loop. It's going to grip into the hot glue, as you'll understand a lot more later when I explain it. If we have this little loose wire at the end of both, just take the end of it with your needle nose plier. Going to add some extra support when we into the joints. An eye loop, a grip tip, and we have all this massive twisting spinal wire. I can go ahead and make a lot of these off camera and store these for our action figure later. Go ahead and concentrate on our 9-inch piece. We're actually going to section this off in threes, okay? That means 3 inches, because I just bent it at the joint, so that's 3 inches right here. So that's a good size. That's a pretty good size. It's a family show. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So bend it at 3 inches and make another staff of rod. We're going to flip it on over, and right at the 3-inch mark, we're going to also bend this down to right about here, exactly to the end here. And we're going to do the exact same thing. These little ends, we're going to loop under just like a bow tie, and we're going to go ahead and twist once, twice, 3 times a lady again, 3 times. And all we're doing is we're rinsing and repeating down here. This is going to be a little different for this 9-inch piece. We are going to do only one end a grip tip. This other end we're not going to do a grip tip. That's going to come into play later. We'll do the other 9-inch piece off camera. And now we've got our vertebrae. This is a 12-inch piece right here. Show you my handy tape ruler again. We've got our 12-inch piece of wire right here from end to end. I'm going to section this off in 4s. That means 4 inches, right? So you can see from here to here it's 4 inches. I'm going to bend this at the 4-inch mark. I'm going to adjust my camera back on the scene, and as you can see, I've got 4 inches, right? Again, yep, bend it on down, twist it on over like this, and then bend this at the 4-inch mark. Put the ends under the ends, and twist once, twice, 3 times a lady. Again, that's all we're doing. 3 times. And we squash this down to 4 inches, and this is going to be, believe it or not, our vertebrae. So one piece is going to go into the waist socket, and the other end is going to go to the neck joint socket. Just make sure you oval all of this out here, just like this. And on this one, we can do a grip tip on both sides, okay? This is the 12-inch piece. The grip tip on both sides is going to come into play later, okay? So now we've got our wire joints for a whole entire action figure. We've got the limb wire joints, the ankle or the foot wire joints, and this, of course, is the vertebrae wire joints right here. When all is said and done, you should have 8 of these, 2 of these, and only 1 of these, okay? So you're going to have a spare of your 12-inch left over, so you can make it for another action figure. That's what we got with thermostat wire. Alrighty, so here is a 6-foot long cut off 18 gauge thermostat wire. Now I still have thermostat wire here that I have for free, but I happen to be in Home Depot and I bought $2.22 right here. 18 gauge thermostat wire, 37 cents a foot, 6 feet long. This actually has 3 colors. I cut a little piece off, could actually pull some out. 3 wires of 18 gauge, white, red, and green. The ones that I got for free was white and red. But yeah, this is thermostat wire. If you're in Home Depot, if you don't actually have it, this is what it'll look like. This should be able to make 2, maybe 3 action figures. And again, that's 6 full feet of 18 gauge thermostat wire in Home Depot. And just a few of our tools that we used. Yeah, let's keep moving and grooving.